How I feel and how I've always felt when I was younger is that, I was a little girl. I was so confused with the identity that people would place upon me. You're a little boy, you should like boy things. So for me, it was such a confusing time because I knew who I was. I knew exactly, how I am and how I identified. And like at such a young age, me and my twin sister, we just both knew. Without my twin sister, who I transitioned with, I would not be here today. I can say that. How it came about is that we both had these feelings of who we are and who we're supposed to be. And without her, I would not be where I am because she has given me the strength and the courage to continue to fight through all the obstacles, to continue to move forward in days that are hard that I just don't want to. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't feel like I look like who I am and how the world sees me. And then, she's there. She's always there. Being transgender in the South is probably one of the hardest experiences that one can imagine. You get stuck in this old way of traditional thinking, this old way of stereotypical thinking, and how I am and how I've navigated that. I had to be self. I had to not let anybody know that I was trans. So after that point of my transition, um, I started my journey of becoming self because it just makes life easier. It makes life where I don't have the trouble. I won't have as many obstacles. And luckily, I was passing enough in my outer appearance where it escaped me bad. But there were instances where it was scary. It was, like there are times where I felt like I was going to be murdered, especially going out and being social. And it kind of stopped me from wanting to live life. It kind of stopped me from wanting to be a social butterfly and just be normal, you know. I think being a woman is such a phenomenal experience and such a phenomenal part of who I am, and how I express myself in the world. That shows everyone I'm a woman, but there's so much more internally to what women are and how women navigate life is completely different. And to be able to align myself with that at such an early age and to be able to know who I am is such an empowering experience. And I think people get so lost in you were born a man. No, you were born a human. You were born a human. And I think people, you know, get stuck in this binary. They get stuck in that. And that's not fair. That's not how, it should operate. There have been many cultures that have operated differently, but we have decided that this is how it's going to be. No, we have so many capabilities, and I believe that spiritually and soulfully we are who we know who we're supposed to be. So for me, navigating womanhood and what a woman is supposed to be, it is so inherent in my being. Um, and I don't know anything else. It is another part of my identity to label myself as a Christian. I am a Christian trans woman. And I want people to realize that the Bible is not a weapon. The Bible is not a tool for damnation. And it's not a tool for people to criticize, to place judgment, to say that you're not Christian enough. And I think with such vitriol and hatred that unfortunately a lot of Christians portray with the LGBT community, it really hurts the message of who and what God is. And God is first and foremost love. God created everyone equal. God created everyone, to be exactly who they were. And God knew everybody from the moment before they were born. So my relationship with God knew that I was trans. God knew. And God allowed me the courage, the strength, and the possibility to be able to transition. And through that, like I have found strength. So a part of my identity as a Christian, as a trans woman, and has allowed me to completely feel accepted and loved. And it is something that a lot of trans people need is love.